All right, well, we're here. We're at phase three. Hopefully, you're still with me. Obviously, I guess you are if you're here. One of the things that in just watching the creation of these first three videos, I don't want this content to be course-like in that you're sitting there very passively taking in what I'm talking about. I don't think that you'll get through it. I don't think you'll enjoy it. And I don't think you'll learn it. So, unfortunately, I think in unpacking what this entails, this part is kind of all on me. And so, I just want you to know what's coming is a more dynamic program that's going to get you involved in doing things, not just sitting and listening to what I'm talking about. So, foreshadowing a little bit of the changes to expect in the future. But I wanted to move into phase three very briefly and keep this as succinct as possible and talk about step eight, which is looking at the resources. And we as entrepreneurs are resource integrators. We have resources, skills, talents, things that make us, unique, and we will tap into those and we'll look at those in a different way. So you can probably see with great confidence that you really are prepared to do something great. And the other thing is there are resources that are outside of our control, but that we have access to. And that's probably the most exciting part about entrepreneurship today are the number of resources that we can access and count on being able to access and build into our plans and our organizations and our methodology so that those resources are maybe not our own, but we can start to build them into the solutions that we're going to create and know that when it is time to not only sell our products but to actually build our products, that we'll be able to utilize those resources. So we'll talk a lot more about resources. We'll also talk about stakeholder development because I think one of the things about doing business in this era is that we co-create opportunities, and even once we're in business, we have to see ourselves as part of a larger community. So our vendors, our suppliers, our customers, even our competitors at times are important stakeholders for us to negotiate with, for us to understand and communicate with. And so we're going to look at all the different stakeholders that you can use to partner with, to create alliances with, and to strengthen the value propositions that you've created. And what do you need to actually deliver what you say you can deliver? So beyond the stakeholders, we have to then create prototypes. So you're going to use design thinking and build prototypes that are good enough to satisfy your early adopters. And this is a big sticking point with I think a lot of students that I've had in the past is understanding the role of prototypes as being necessarily not complete, and showing those with actual customers puts us in a very vulnerable state where we could be judged, and you will be misjudged by those people who don't get it. But the people you're really looking to co-create this opportunity with are early adopters, and they're a special segment of your larger customer segment who are willing to look at raw, unfinished products like this. You are part of this, hopefully, and say, oh, I see where this is going. I actually want to help you make it more specific to my needs, and hopefully that'll make it a better product for other people too. So when you engage with these early adopters with prototypes, we can then learn a lot about what it is that's really truly the core to our minimal viable product, something we'll talk a lot more about later. And then the last piece is actual customer development. So at the end of the day, none of this matters if we can't walk out our door and engage with actual customers in a face-to-face setting that's sometimes very uncomfortable, and deliver a value proposition that they understand, they react to, and they want to be a part of it, right? And so before we're ever even in business and have a bank account and our legal entity, we need to be able to take these raw prototypes to people and ask them the ultimate question, the yes-no question. Would you like to buy my product? And if not, I'm very willing to listen to all the reasons why you're not interested in this, because I created this for people just like you, and I assume that you would be interested. So where have I not satisfied your needs? What am I doing wrong? And learning from those people. But we need to get to a threshold of a certain amount of people who, when you share your prototype, are excited to engage with you and want to learn about how they can actually purchase this product and enjoy the value that you've created for them. So that's it for phase three, and I'll be back very shortly with phase